Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, That Creepy Reading, and today I want to present you the show that ruins your childhood, one episode at a time. We got an awesome lineup, but before we get into the main festivities, I should let you know that some of the jokes we make here are probably going to be that of a triggering and disappointing nature for anyone who has any sense of morality. I suggest you click off the video now because I hate all of you. Today I'm joined by Blame It on George, and we got some shit pastas to read.
Emphasis on shit.
Oh god, yes. We're gonna be doing some Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
Oh.
If anyone remembers Yu-Gi-Oh, this is gonna kill you.
This might even confuse you.
It will be so confusing that you're gonna have to shoot yourself. So with that being said, I want to begin with our first story, Yu-Gi-Oh! Type Ghost. See, that's actually confusing because they put like the exclamation point at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the title, and then they have the type, and then they have Ghost. I'm like,
yeah, that's like inherently a problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, the movie. Oh, okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. Alright. So with that being said, let's begin the narration. Insert quotation mark for some reason. I've been playing the Yu-Gi-Oh card game for a good long time now, and every now and again, I do some research on new cards and archetypes. A couple of months ago, I was looking around on the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki and found something disturbing. Apparently, Kazuki Takahashi, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right,
Takahashi right,
tried to make a new...
What? You got Takahashi right. Everyone just says Takahashi.
Takahashi, there we go. Tried to make a new type to be released alongside Psychics, Ghost. This might be the reasoning behind a joke in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal when Astral asked Yuma what kind of card a ghost is. Wait. Am I reading that right, or is this generally bad writing?
No.
When asked...
That's fine. In Zexal, he's like, you're a ghost. And Ash was like, what kind of card is a ghost? Oh, silly.
This is why I have you here, George, because you know all about the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sadly, I know about Zexal, the most hated one. And if you don't know, hopefully Tinker will put up a picture of the protagonist.
Why does this guy look like a douchebag?
With his space hair.
He looks like a dude.
Card games in space.
I mean, okay, I get it, Yu-Gi-Oh! You have like these amazing spiky hairs, but then you have this douchebag who has this something that's gravity defying. It's like kind of a stretch
I was about
coat,
to say that. That's gravity defying. He walks and jumps and that thing doesn't move.
I like to think he has like wiring in it.
That's what I always...
Or like he just shoves
I always thought it was like an umbrella. You know, like it just stays there.
Seriously.
I want to buy one of those Animu Kaiba jackets. Let's keep going.
From what I read, it was widely released in Japan, and only in one pack series was released. Okay, let me retry that. From what I read, it was widely released in Japan, and only one pack series was released in the UK, and that was exclusively ghost type cards. Tombstone Ritual, and they were found only in stores for about a month. There wasn't much reasoning behind it on the wiki page. Just some strange anomalies were happening around the place. A lot of ghost type cards were gathered, mostly tournaments, schoolyards, and dueling areas like that. No other details were found. After a little bit more research, I noticed that most of the ghost type cards were either spirits or turned into zombie type cards in a later pack release. One of the cards that caught my eye on the latter list was Second Blood. I'm assuming that's like II.
That's ill,
you know,
ill,
like two.
I-L.
Ill Blood. It's like Blue Bagard Cute Kazoo, which was released in Crossroads of Chaos. I myself own one, so I was curious about the effect of this ghost type. So I was curious if the effect of the ghost type was the same. I didn't see the ghost type version on the wiki. However, since there were only a couple released in packs, it must have been
an ulti.
God. Ultra rare.
Yeah.
Okay, what does ulti mean?
Only Yu-Gi-Oh
Like
players
ultra rare?
will get it. It's a rarity. It's like it's a shiny card. That's pretty much it. It's a really shiny card, which means it's rare to get.
Oh, I've ripped so many shiny cards that I hated like anything.
I've ripped so many shiny cards.
You saw me rip a
I
few.
spilled glitter on myself. Ah, fuck, glitter. That's never leaving.
God damn it.
It's the herpes of art
Anything
supplies.
for the Cosmos deck.
Screw Cosmos. It's the herpes of art supplies.
Alright, something I need to kind of rant about is that for some reason, at the beginning of every goddamn paragraph, there's like a quotation mark. Now, I don't know why that is. Like, they don't end the quotation either. They just keep adding open parentheses.
Oh no, it starts with a quotation, and then sometimes it just ends with an apostrophe.
I guess. I don't know what the fuck's going on though, but like, you know, like even in this next paragraph right here, there's no second quotation. So I'm just assuming that the guy is like leaving open quotes, but just never really quite finishing it and just like pulling it from different sources.
Yeah, it's weird. That's some weird English, man. Or that's some weird grammar.
Alright, so essentially this guy did some research on a card that apparently is ultra rare, and then apparently he found some sort of new type, and he thinks to himself it must be an ultra rare.
And that everywhere where there was like strange anomalies happening wherever the card was used.
Like,
sadly,
I don't know.
That sounds like a plot from Yu-Gi-Oh. Sadly, that sounds like like the seal of Orichalcos.
Oh no! This guy sealed himself.
And a ghost card.
I eventually forgot about it, being in school and all, but when summer break started, my interest was renewed. I searched eBay for a long time. Okay, that's another thing with shitpastas. They always resort to eBay. Can we please like get Craigslist in one of these stories?
Let's get Amazon or Etsy.
Etsy
for handcraft shit.
Alright, I searched eBay before finding something interesting. A bulk set of 119 cards, the thumbnail being the ghost rare Ill Blued. Seriously, that is not a creepy card.
I'll show you some creepy cards.
Ill Blued. Now, if you guys are wondering what Ill Blued looks like, here it is, so blah. The kind that was released in the Tombstone's Ritual pack. After reading the product description, I learned that the bulk set was in fact entirely the English version released in the UK, plus a few duplicates. But there were no bids, and it was only for $2. That's another fucking thing. In all these shit stories, there's always no bids, and it's always for like a ridiculously low price.
Because it's cursed and they're trying to get rid of it. That's original.
Oh no, they killed me. I know Hitler.
I'll gas you.
I summon gassing showers. Oh no.
That's more of a field spell.
It beats.
That's either.
Oh no, my Jew type cards are weak to this.
That's either a field spell or a continuous trap.
It probably is a continuous trap. Because I mean, you know, if you think about Auschwitz, I mean that was a trap. With only about 1 hour left to bid, I clicked big and raised it to $5 whole just to make sure that those cards were mine. Strangely enough, despite the fact there was an hour left on the auction, the screen changed to say, "Thank you for purchasing this item. Please proceed to checkout." So not only is the story using eBay and using the cliche of having a low price on it, but they're also using the cliche of, even though there is still time on it, I somehow got it and broke eBay. Because fucking internet ghosts.
Ooh.
Goddamn internet ghosts! There was an hour left of the bid. Damn it!
Yeah, I was really hoping somebody would raise the bid. Fuck you, ghost.
I was just seeing if anyone else was gonna do it, but no, this other jack-off doesn't, and now I can't bid on it.
Sorry.
Now, I'm not a big eBay user, but I'm sure when you bid, it doesn't actually automatically thank you for bidding, or just for bidding. And you'll be notified when the bidding was over, or someone outbid you. Anyway, I shook off the strange feeling and continued to pay for the cards. Almost immediately after the purchase, I got an email from the seller, and this is what it said. Thank you so much for buying the cards for me. You have no idea how long I've been trying to get rid of them. I wouldn't be surprised if you sell them off later again. Thanks, smiley face.
Oh, what does that mean?
Oh man, I think he's sexually interested in the protagonist. There's a smiley face on there, and that's oddly seductive.
Yeah, did you see all those so's? That's a lot of so's.
Yeah, but you know what's the funny thing? The one time where the quotation mark is actually supposed to be used,
oh shit,
he doesn't use it.
It's not even there.
Why doesn't he use the quotation mark, damn
You
it?
had one job.
One fucking job.
And you fucked up.
Why? Why?
Okay.
Jew Jesus, I believed in you. At the time, I had no idea what he meant by that. But once I received the cards, I knew instantly. At first, everything was normal. Card box, sent label, tape. However, it took me a second to realize that the sender used red tape. Who uses red tape for a box? I wondered. I shook this feeling off too, assuming
red
he
tape.
ran out of regular tape. It can happen, right? Like, no one uses red tape.
I shook off the feeling of red tape killed his parents.
You know what? That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh plot line. Like, I now use red tape cards because that's what killed my parents.
That part was weird. Oh shit, red tape? Oh, that's spooky. You gotta shake off this feeling. Fucking red tape.
Who the fuck gets, like, scared by red tape?
This guy, it killed his parents.
I mean, shit. He's like, oh god, triggered. So, without another thought, I opened the box and sifted through the cards. As promised, they were either ghost-type monster cards or their support spells and traps, and all had call number starting with TSRT, indicating that they were all from the Tombstone Ritual pack set. Time went on from then, and I made a deck and dueled a few people. I got a few complaints because my opponents thought the cards were fake, but since I mostly dueled my friends, who all didn't mind at all, I didn't care. My best friend, who for the purpose of security we'll call Samantha, was a perky blonde who was always trying to beat me, but never could so long as I was using my retarded ghost cards. This is gonna bite you in the ass later, story, because, I mean, we can actually see the cards, and let me tell you, these cards are pretty cancer.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. As someone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh, like, and I've been playing for a while, I think since, like, I played when I was younger, but I got back into it, like, 2012? Like, around there. Yeah, this card is awful. This card is really bad. Not even, like, in a scary way. Like, nobody would really use it, even if it was cursed. Like, it's bad. It's a bad card.
Like, you would have to be an amateur or be, like, insane to try to use this.
Or be afraid of red tape.
I'm just gonna read this next part, and then we're gonna just go into this card and tell you what it does. Right. Time went on from then. I made a deck oh wait, perky blonde, blah blah blah. My bad. The one card she dreaded was the one card I always seemed to be able to draw against her. Ill Blued. You see, unlike Zombie, I cannot read that. Zombie Gemini?
Yeah, zombie/Gemini.
Unlike the zombie/Gemini version released in the Crossroads of Chaos, the ghost type was able to special summon itself from the hand if Okay, I guess I don't have to read the card to you. The ghost type was able to special summon itself from the hand if I controlled one ghost type, and all my opponent... God, I am fucking it up. Yeah, you can try reading it.
Okay. So here's the card. The one card she dreaded was the one card I always seemed to be able to draw against her, Ill Blood. You see, unlike the zombie/Gemini version released in Crossroads of Chaos, the ghost type was able to special summon itself from my hand if I controlled only one ghost type, and all cards on my opponent's side of the field were anything but. Samantha hated this, seeing as how I am very conservative with my monsters and never summon them unless I absolutely have to, which is bad strategy, but let's go on.
That is one way to lose the game.
Wow, okay, I have 500 life points. Maybe I should play something now. She always surrendered at that moment, conveniently. Like, she thought that if I attacked for game with ill blood, something awful will happen. Ooh.
Foreshadow! Bam! Get your ass kicked, bitch!
Okay. This went on for a while.
Okay, now.
Oh, okay.
Before we go ahead here, I quickly want to bring up the card. Now, what they didn't mention there at the end is the negative effect of this.
Okay, yeah. First of all, if ghost type Pokemon, ghost type Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like, if he has all of them and nobody else does, then yeah, that effect would be broken. Like, that'd be really, really good. Probably ban worthy. Oh, your opponent doesn't have any of the cards that only you have? Special summon for free. Here's a free 2500 monster. Yeah, that's pretty good. But then there's this downside.
You may discard every card in your hand but this card, and then special summon this card in attack position.
You lose every card you own for this one monster.
Yeah, so like, you know how retarded that is? That's like saying, okay, I got all of this card advantage, but wait a minute. Let's get rid of that and summon this shitty card with only 2,500 attack.
And you guys might remember cards like Mirror Force or Dark Hole. Those cards that can just kill monsters easily. Yeah, this thing does not protect it from it. It's still susceptible to it. You summon it, Mirror Force, you don't have any cards. You lose. This card is awful.
So not only did you just sacrifice every card in your hand, but you lost. You lost your main card and you're just done. Like, it's really hard to come back from that. Like, a lot of issues that some decks have is getting draw advantage so that they can get cards out of the field. But no, I mean, this story was back in 2013. I'll admit that. But even in 2013, this card is cancer.
Yeah, 2013, we had Pot of Avarice, we had Stratos, we had a lot of cards that were like, that helped you, that got you more cards, that helped you gain advantage. This card, your entire hand, maybe like up to 4 cards, summon it for free, and then you're just susceptible to Mirror Force or Dark Hole or any card that just gets over it.
Not to mention that, I mean, for all those cards you're sacrificing just to special summon this, you're only getting a card at 2,500. There are some cards out today that can like special summon first turn with 3,000 attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Easily.
Yeah, Blue Eyes is a huge example, obviously.
Yeah, so this card is just trash. And now we're supposed to believe that this guy actually, like, wonder what she fucking was playing. Probably, I'm trying to think what, like, deck she was playing to lose against this shit.
What deck is absolutely trash?
I don't know, man.
I don't know what's worse than that.
Cosmos? I mean, Cosmos is better than that, but it's still trash. Like, it should be thrown away. Like, Capcom should just ban the archetype.
Cosmos competitive, though. They're good. I hate playing against them, but they're competitively good.
That is true.
What's a trash deck? I don't know. It's all Karibos or something.
This went on for a while until Sam got so disheveled that I played ill blued. She didn't surrender, stating that she didn't care who was gonna win. She'd finally conquered that son of a bitch anyway. It concerned me that she referred to a card like it was a person. Foreshadow. But I shook this notion off and won 2 turns later with a direct attack from ill blued. That night, I got a call from Samantha's mother saying that she slipped in her nightly shower and broke her neck. Holy shit, I did not see that foreshadowed. It's been a year now and I still don't have a word for it. I don't even want to go to... You fucking dick.
You didn't want to go to her funeral?
I didn't even want to go to her funeral because I beat her in a duel.
Because I'm having too much fun with my card.
That's like something Kaiba would do, man.
I'm too rich to go to the funeral. Like he duels somebody to submission. He duels somebody into submission. He's like too rich to go to their funeral.
He dueled Isis into submission and didn't go to their funeral.
I dueled Isis into submission.
I didn't even want to go to their funeral and see her head still tilted in that funny angle.
Oh my
If you had
God.
your neck broken,
That's morbid.
I think they would just do they would do like a closed casket or something like that, or at least like fix the neck.
Yeah, I think they would like fix it or something.
Like I just imagine her sitting in the coffin, like her like arms broken, just like a bone jutting out.
Yeah, like her chin's upwards. She has like a dual disc on.
Her cards are still just in a place when she lost. Didn't even bother.
Her life points are at 0.
Still butt. She's still butt naked for the shower, except for the dual disc. Didn't even bother.
I shower with my dual disc. I always do.
I duel and shower all the time. I decided right then and there, I'm gonna stop playing the game altogether, since playing it more would keep reminding me of the last time I saw her alive, yelling at my card, calling it a son of a bitch. What should she have meant by it? I don't know. Maybe it's because you had a bullshit card.
And she kept losing to
asshole. Yeah, I mean, you know, if I kept losing to the son of a bitch Cosmos, you know, I'd... Oh no, I cursed myself. The morning after I was told my best friend was dead, I woke up holding the ill blue card. Wow, you are really obsessed with this deck. But something about it had changed. Instead of it being a ghost rare, it was colored and non-holographic.
Wait,
but the name?
I thought it was an ulti.
It was an ulti, but it changed.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Instead of it being a ghost rare, it was colored and non-holographic, but the name was shiny and indented black, like the rares from Pack Epic Down. The picture, instead of having a giant eye and mouth in the stomach of the monster, instead of having a giant eye and a mouth in the stomach of the monster, it held a girl being sunk into the depths of his fat belly. DD Warrior Lady, whom everyone said Samantha looked like.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ! Your school must be as obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh as like the actual Yu-Gi-Oh school.
Oh yeah, then GX.
Like, hey man, you totally look like DD Warrior Lady.
Hey man, you totally look like Giant Rat. What? Nothing.
Nothing. The text also had changed too to read, "She's mine now, not yours. If you want her, you know what to do. I'm here, watching, waiting, watching, and waiting, and watching, and waiting, and
That's
and
literally
waiting,
what it says.
and watching." Well, come on, dude. Put some fucking effort. And watching, and finally waiting. I was officially done and unable to even.
Oh God.
Never. I feel like I'm on a Nickelodeon direct-to-TV sitcom.
On a scale from 1 to even, I can't.
I always forgot the entire front of the card was in a faded, eerie red. Probably written in her period blood or something. I wish I still had it with me to show you, but you know, I have no evidence for this. The dreams I had after Sam died got worse and worse, going from a small night terror to a full-on sweat and paranoia, including nightmares.
Inducing.
Paranoia-inducing nightmares. So you are saying that you have nightmares, you got paranoia that also happened to induce a double nightmare?
What a card.
Oh my God. Dude, this card's effect is bullshit. I was wrong.
I'm gonna give this card to my enemies.
You make your enemy special summon it, and they just get night terrors and break their necks.
Aha, joke's on you. Now you've lost and
Teaches you for using fucking what was that one deck that fucking hell. There was that one that prevented you from special summoning.
Vanity's Emptiness.
It was really meta for a while.
I'll think about it. Just keep reading the story.
Okay. Keep reading. Okay, paranoia-inducing nightmares. The worst one had me chained down in a steel room, facing ill Blue. Seriously, your obsession with this card's bullshit. As he dangled Sam's decaying body in front of me. Each time she would swing towards me, another chunk of me would be taken by her long, almost claw-like nails stuck into me.
Dynamist? Was that it? Dynamist? The
What?
pendulum archetype?
No. They were all about tribute summoning. Monarchs!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, screw them.
Monarchs, there we go. Each time she would swing, another chunk of me would be taken by her long, almost claw-like nails dug into me. Okay, fuck this. That is... Now, bear in mind, Ill Blued wasn't the only spook I had to deal with. Oh no, this is just the beginning. Now, if you liked round 1 of this story, let me tell you, the spooks haven't ended there. After a couple of days of being haunted by Sam, I started seeing other ghosts here and there, around the house, in my sleep, in my books.
Oh, wait, how?
Who the fuck needs books? I read Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Everywhere. By far, the one that scared me the most was one I call the King. His card name was actually Universitas. Can you read that?
Universitas.
I'm just gonna call it University Rex.
Or just Unirex.
Unirex, there we go. Which translated to King of the Universe. Wow, I could never have guessed that. He could take the shape of any dead thing on any planet, but his favorite was a young man about my age, nearly completely decayed, with strange white and red mist trail behind him.
That card does not look like his age.
You know? I'm pretty sure that this guy's like 12. Like, shit.
That does not look 12.
No, his writing's a bit better. His writing is a little bit better. I'll give him 13. It was the most persistent. Even when I didn't see it, I knew he's there right behind me watching. I could clearly remember not putting this card in the deck because it was too hard to look at. Can you please stop with your fucking paranoia? They're Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
But they killed DD Warrior Lady.
They killed DD Warrior. God, I'm gonna have to like get an image of DD Warrior Lady and put that up.
Oh, I have an image of a lot of cards. Don't worry.
Oh, that's awesome.
So do you actually, because we got
guess-
the HD pack. Remember all the files with all the
Oh
cards?
yeah, we do. I guess that was my punishment, having to either look at it or smell at it. Anyways,
Wait,
now
what's- wait.
does this main character have to be punished for?
For using the card and smelling it.
Like, what did he? Smelling it?
I like my cards, but I don't smell them. I sleeve them. Here you go. Here you go, Dark Law.
But something
You
else
smell like
dawned on
roses
me.
today, Dark Law. Ooh, you have a date?
You're making Dark Law uncomfortable.
Dark Law, is that
Come
Calvin
on,
Klein?
man, consent. Stop sexually harassing your Dark Law.
He'll sexually harass you, man.
But something else dawned on me. Something else dawned on me at around the same time. I found one sole picture of pack art for Tombstone Ritual on the background of the grave markers. In the foreground, what? In the background of grave markers and in the foreground was the king, which meant the other ghosts were his soldiers. And if there's a king with soldiers, there is a war.
What?
A war for what, you might ask? For the digital world! Digimon, digital mon.
That was a huge stretch. Oh god, there's the
That
king.
was a huge stretch.
Oh, they have soldiers. That means there's a war.
I'm so gonna have like a clip of the Yu-Gi-Oh bridge with the like it's just a children's card game.
You know what this guy reminds me of? The protagonist right here. He reminds me of that one scientist from South Park, which is like, what do we do? Wait, butt sex. But when you have butt sex, you're warm. When you're not warm, you're cold.
Oh.
When you're cold, you wear a jacket. We have to jacket. We have to jack their stuff. That's what this guy reminds me of. King, soldiers, there's gonna be a war.
Oh no! I only have monarchs. We just got hit by the ban list.
Good day for the rest of us players.
A war? For what, you might ask? And no one's asking about this war. I mean, no, whatever. A war for what, you might ask? A war for my soul is my answer. But they wouldn't win me over. I started to put the deck in the red deck box and the other cards wrapped in red tape.
He said
See,
red
this is
and
how
deck
you know red
twice
tape.
in the same sentence. I'm sorry, that hurts.
I started to put the deck in the red deck box and the others in a box wrapped in red tape. See, that guy was smart. He's like, you know, this box is pretty like haunted and spooky. Let's just make sure we wrap it in red tape. Like, that's the universal sign for haunted boxes and cards. Red tape.
Yeah, no.
He was right to be
yellow or
wary
orange.
in the beginning.
It's red.
While the dreams and visions continued, my life was almost normal again. However, one day after school, I found my box opened and all the cards scattered across the floor. Wave after wave of pure negative energy followed me, pulsing with my blood, my head in splitting pain. I was brought to my knees. Oh my God.
What?
Okay, George, you want to read that? And you want to read that actual quotation that
Okay.
isn't closed? Oh my God. Okay, I need to rage here for a moment. They put a open quotation. They have the like quotation end, and then right under that puts another open quotation.
It's. I don't know why he's doing this. It's weird.
I'm getting cancer. All right. Time to go on energy drink number 4. You read that.
This is what it says. You will bow before the king. A voice rang inside my head. I forced myself to look up, and standing there was the king. His face held an evil smirk. His face held an evil smirk, and he started to
Evil smirk, George.
And he started to look
It's
more
more
and
sinister than your average.
and he started to look more and more like me, just see-through. The war has only just begun. You think you're the only one we are after? How foolish. I realized in
It's
that
like something
moment,
Kaiba would say.
that is something I would say. I realized in that moment that the ghosts weren't just after me. They wanted everything I had for some reason. He's just the chosen one. It'd be funny if you had like a millennium item or something. I don't know. They want everything I had, all that I
I
loved,
hold my Millennium Puzzle Box to my heart.
all that I loved
I
and
said,
cared for.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I tried to stand, I tried to defend myself. The king just slapped and stepped through me, sending a shiver up my spine. I blacked out shortly after. It's because he didn't duel him. Retard.
Yeah, don't you know that the only way to win against ghosts is to go and do a shadow game?
Yeah.
Fucking retard. In my dream, the ghost army was assembled before me. Bowing, I looked around with pride, believing I conquered them Really? Really? You believe that you conquered them without doing anything? Even the infamous Ill Blue kneeled before me. My joy was short-lived, though, because a row of soul reflectors, a ghost-type support card, stood before me. Okay.
Is that an actual card?
We're talking
That's
about
not
a
an actual
children's card game. This is like almost fan fiction territory.
Yeah, this almost is, but really bad fan fiction.
My favorite fan fiction.
My specialty.
Oh God. I am like just all right. Gotta drink some bleach before I continue this narration. So the bleach shall be drinking. Their mirrored sides stood before me. Who I was, what I was. The skin came dripping off of my face like water. I stood tall and proud, in a black robe with a golden crown resting on my head. My empty eye sockets stared soullessly back at me. George, am I like being retarded, or is this just really badly written?
I don't even know. Where is he? Is he still dreaming?
Yeah, he's dreaming. He is dreaming about the ghosties, and he's apparently staring at himself or at the king.
He was threatened by the king, and then he went to bed, or he knocked out, and then he's in a dream where he destroyed them all, and now he's king.
Yeah.
All right.
I was the king. I woke up in the hospital, hooked to an IV bag and my vital sensor, My parents were standing over me. They told me about how 3 more of my friends died while I was out. 2 in a car accident and 1 in a break-in. Needless to say, I was crushed. The ghost had taken another group of my friends, and one of them didn't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! They played Pokemon cards.
They played Magic.
Maybe that's why they killed him. 'Cause magic. And nobody else knew but me. I'm sure you'll say, why not tell anybody about this?
No, that's not
my answer.
That's not what I would say. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you?
That isn't what I would say. I'd be like, dude, just throw away the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Seriously, this is like a huge coincidence. My answer? I'm a delusional prick, but that's besides the point. You're right. I'll just tell them that my friends are dying because a box of haunted trading cards sitting in my room because I'm a fucking lunatic. Let's see how fast they put me in a nice little white room with the jacket that makes me hug myself.
Is that
See,
more?
even if I told my mom that, I don't think she would do that.
I hope that's more foreshadowing, because that'd be funny.
You know, I think these quotation marks that are like not closing, I think that is foreshadowing something.
The story never ends.
As it turns out, from what I fucked up. I got like mucus in my nose. I'm like trying to get it down, but
You're probably giving yourself phlegm.
when I got home, I decided to do research for the time. As it turns out, from what I found on the deeply hidden forum posts on the site that I have since long forgotten, wow, even more evidence you could have presented that your story is true that you decided to not present to us. When the ghost type cards were printed, 3 of Konami's workers fell into the press, and those 3 have not been named, but it is rumored that one of them was a murder rapist, explaining that the rest of the souls were haunting the cards.
So there was a murderer working for Konami that died. That fell into the press, and now his murdering soul is haunting the card.
George?
And the card is also haunting the kid because he's like the chosen one. Just this kid.
He's Yugi. He's Yami Yugi, man. You know what? No, he's not Yami Yugi. He's a douchebag from fucking Zexel.
I knew you were gonna say that. He's Yuma. And the haunted card of the ghost is Astral.
All right, George, am I taking over some of this narration?
All right, for sure. I tried to get a hold of the person who had posted this information, hoping to find out more. However, I soon found out that he or she had deleted his or her account about 2 years prior. As you could probably assume, I was annoyed to no end. I was left with little information, an army of spirits haunting a set of cards, 4 friends dead, and the guilt of an apparently hefty medical bill on my parents. I figured there was only one thing left to do. Duel. I had to destroy the cards.
He had to destroy the cards.
My first attempt
With
was to
red
cut
tape.
them into bits. That only made things worse as the ghosts began to multiply in my dreams tenfold, so I thought I should burn them. Also not good, because the morning afterwards I found all the cards neatly stacked next to my computer, with ill blood and Unirex on top. I contemplated sending them through a few wash cycles with, oh god, with bleach, with some heavy duty bleach.
The only way you can kill with bleach. You have to kill it with bleach, man.
With some
It's
heavy,
not truly dead until you use bleach. You gotta clean that shit stain's life.
preferably with OxyClean.
bleach.
With OxyClean.
Mr. Clean.
Mr.
We'll clean these ghosts for you. What if it like didn't stop the ghosts, but it like turned them good? You know, like it cleaned their evil out.
Oh yeah, and they turn into little Karibos.
All we needed was bleach. Thank you, sir.
I contemplated sending them through a few wash cycles with some heavy duty bleach, but decided against it. As if it worked. Oh, you missed out. I'd be stuck cleaning the machine out for days. I kept trying and trying to rid myself of the curse for 3 months.
Out of options, out of luck, and out of the will to go on, I tried one last desperate act to save myself. Oh God.
Oh,
George.
Of course. Of course.
Of course. We got a cliche over here. Yeah, cliche. I made an eBay ad, and I advertised the entire 119 card set of Tombstone Ritual with some duplicates. I set the thumbnail as Ghost Rare of Ill Blood.
Wait. He actually plays the game, right?
Yes.
Why not just sell those ghost cards away? Wait, unless they're all ghost cards. I would keep some of them.
They're all ghost cards.
Oh, okay.
They're demons, George.
I thought there'd be like some
They're killing your friends. Dude, they killed DD Warrior Lady.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. We can't lose DD Warrior Lady. She gets
We
banished.
need DD Warrior Lady. She's like the linchpin of my deck.
She can beat Ill Blood. She can.
She can. In my creepypasta, she can.
No, she can in the game. She banishes any card that attacks her.
Oh. Well then, yeah, I guess. Fuck it. I set the... Oh my God, this is like so fucking cancerous. I made an eBay ad and I advertised the entire 119 card set of Tombstone Ritual with some duplicates. I set the thumbnail as a Ghost Rare Ill Blood. I set the starting bid at $2 and prepared a cardboard box of red tape. That's how you know it's haunted.
What is the red tape symbolizing? Like, why?
It's symbolizing Satan.
It's symbolizing death.
It's symbolizing my life, which is red with blood. When I saw someone else had been bid for about $5 on it, without an hour left of hope, I ended the auction and immediately sent the buyer an email. Thank you so much for buying the cards from me. You have no idea how long I've been trying to copy and paste this thing to you.
That's literally
I wouldn't be surprised if...
That's literally the exact...
This is so cliche. I want to punch myself in the dick.
This is like this just doesn't make sense. It's literally
Thank you so much for buying the cards from me. I had no idea how long I've been trying to get rid of them. I wouldn't be surprised if you try getting rid of them later. Thanks again, though. Smiley face.
Even the smiley face is still there. Like, who would do that?
Oh my God. I sent the cards off to the buyer the same day. I was free. Finally free. That night, I had the best sleep in months. No nightmares, no king, no dead friends, even though they're all dead, damn it. Just darkness. Just how I like it. And now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the biggest slap in the dick you've ever had? The above is a transcript of a video found on a file on his computer of the deceased James Jackson. He and his family died in a house fire a week after the video was created. Investigation reports have found no discernible curse for the fire and have written it off as an accident. What the reports left out was the only items in the house not reduced to ash were the computer and this video found on it. And this video found on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Universe Unirex. We gotta dissect this, dude. We gotta dissect this. Okay, so I was right. You know how the open parentheses I said was actually foreshadowing? It was. It was foreshadowing that this was all one giant big quote. And this person does not know how to do transcripts.
Oh yeah, it's all quoted from a video that survived a house burn.
Okay, now here's the issue one with this.
Oh, issue one? Well, we don't have time to go through all the issues.
You don't have time. We got time to go through a couple of them.
I don't want to.
So, I don't want to.
As a player, I know more issues than probably the audience.
One, when you have a house fire and they can't figure out what the hell happened, that doesn't just get left off as, oh, it's an accident. They go, you know what? Probably someone set this because if it was an accident, we'd be able to figure this out. Number two, if there was just some random computer in there, they wouldn't leave that out in the report. Like, they wouldn't be like, oh my God, there's this computer. Oh, wait a minute. That's one fucked up Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's just leave it out, guys. Do not put... James? There's a creepy Yu-Gi-Oh card here. Don't fucking write that down.
Put that card in the back.
Erase it.
We're not messing with it.
But get some red tape.
Yeah, get some red tape. God damn it.
Hey, I said go to Myers and get some goddamn red tape.
There should be a prequel to this about the red tape.
But yeah, like, so they don't put that in there. They just say, oh, it's an accident. They just, God. Ready to throw my hands in the air.
The Uni Rex card isn't that good either.
No, it's not. Mainly because, no, it's not. Not only is it not good, it's downright trash. What? Let's just read this card's effect. Cannot be normal summoned during the end phase of the turn this card.
Wait, it's code at the bottom left, the biggest cliche.
666.
Yeah.
Of course, and it's a first edition, man.
Okay, I don't think
Don't forget.
No, Illblood does not have the 666.
This does have the 666 though.
That's funny.
But here's the funny thing about this. All right, so it cannot be normal summoned. It has no special summoning condition, and after it's special summoned, it gets sent back to your hand. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can pay 1,000 life points until the end of your turn or whatever. I don't know. It's like you destroy all their cards or something.
Whatever. I'll dark hole you. I'll bottomless you.
But here's the issue. You can't constantly special summon this card, and it only is good for one turn. You know what's a card that's better and can be used more than one turn that also has 3,000 attack points? Blue Eyes White Dragon.
And all its copies, like Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon.
Blue Eyes Alternate Dragon.
Yeah.
Like there's so many cards that have 3,000 attack points that can be easily summoned and last more than one turn. This thing is a awful card. The fact that he won any duel with this shocks me. But then again, he is dead and has nightmares, so he's kind of a pussy anyway.
Is he? Oh yeah, yeah. Housefire. Yeah. Good job, card.
All right, so the next story we're going into is Barry's Funeral, a Pokepasta for your... Oh, God. All right. I don't care what anybody says. Pokemon is not a babyish game. It's the best-selling role-playing game of all time. Look it up. After I share my experience with you, you'll also be convinced that Pokemon is not a game for little kids, because those bastards can't read.
I'm convinced... I'm already convinced. I still play Pokemon. I know a lot of college people that play Pokemon.
Yeah, but you know, those 12-year-olds that play this game, they should just fucking quit it. This game is not for them.
Go back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
If you don't kill your friends in the process. You know, all these fucking 12-year-olds on the playground, they keep doing shadow games of each other and sending each other to hell. It's bullshit.
Oh, they're just kids.
Kids be kids, yo.
I went to hell when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, like I played a lot of shadow games as a child. Every year, my family heads out on vacation. This year, we were going to Washington, D.C., and I needed a new video game for the plane ride. It was around this time I was getting back into Pokemon after a 2-year hiatus, and I wanted to relive my first Pokemon game, Platinum. George, how old are you?
I'm 20.
What was your first Pokemon game?
I think Ruby. No,
what
it was Coliseum. No, it was Coliseum.
Yeah, so like
that's like 2004, I think. I can't remember when Coliseum came out.
I'm assuming this guy was like 6 when he started playing Pokemon. So
yeah, Platinum
this
was like
is
2009 or 10, I think. I don't know, but it's not. It's kind of old. Actually, holy shit, it's 2016.
It is 2016, but at the time of the story, it's like older.
Yeah.
So this guy must have been a bit of a youngin' when he started playing. That's how you know the story is grade A.
And he's gonna prove to you that Pokemon's not babyish, even though he's like 12.
Of course. I stopped by my local GameStop and picked up the game. It cost me $30, which I gladly handed to the cashier, knowing that it was worth it for the nostalgia trip. I walked home, clutching the box in both hands, admiring the Giratina artwork, and constantly rereading the stuff on the back. When I got home, I immediately grabbed my DSi and set it down on my desk. I powered up the system and selected the game, and I watched the game's entire opening cinematic and pressed start. DSi? What was that? Shit.
I don't know.
I don't even remember DSi.
I do, but I have no idea like the timeline of these things coming out.
I selected a new game and sat through the professor's monologue, spamming A button. I selected the male character and named him Lucas. I selected a rival's name as Barry. The game begun as usual. Lucas was standing in his room, watching TV. I took one step forward to the stairs, and my hyperactive rival ran up into my room. I spammed A button like a little bitch until he left and went downstairs. After I got out of my house, I went to Barry's house, and I found him packing. He had left, and I followed suit. We both approached a route, and I spammed A some more, excited for when I got my first Pokemon, and I finally knew that it was gonna be a Piplup. Piplup? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Piplup.
Barry.
The water penguin.
Yeah, I always call it Piplup, but I guess I was a retarded child. But I remember, Pokemon isn't for children. Piplup. Barry told Lucas that if they ran quickly enough through the tall grass, they could get to the town the professor was in and request a Pokemon. Barry and Lucas lined up, ready to dash through the grass. At this point in the game, Professor Rowan is supposed to stop you as soon as you hit the tall grass, and then he scolds you, but gives you a Pokemon. That didn't happen. Instead, Barry and Lucas ran into the tall grass, and a battle animation played. I instantly knew I must have been playing a hacked game that I bought new for $30. And I was excited to find out what the hacker could do in a game that I bought new for $30. The battle was Barry and Lucas. The battle was Barry and Lucas versus a level 4 Starly. Lucas and Barry sprites.
Wrecked. They're gonna die. Level 4 Starly's too much.
They're gonna get wrecked, man. The sprites were the one from their double battle with Vulcaner and Flint water, the best kind of water. Much later in the game,
the only acceptable water.
The only acceptable water.
Except
the water
no
that gives you
substitutes.
seizures. I realized that I couldn't attack. The menu only had one option: run. I selected this option, but unfortunately, I was such a bitch I couldn't run away. The wild Starly used Tackle. The attack animation played on Barry, and he faded out of existence. This time, I was able to run away. Something like a cutscene played as the game went on autopilot, and Lucas ran away from the tall grass, leaving Barry still standing there. He ran to his mother as they talked. All that appeared were ellipses. Then, Lucas' mother screamed, "What?" The game suddenly cut to black. I waited for a moment until Lucas reappeared on screen in his bedroom and dressed in a tuxedo. You get in Hearthome?
Yeah,
Hearthome. Hearthome City. I walked down the stairs and talked to my mother, who appeared to be dressed in all black. "Lucas, dear, are you ready?" And that's when I realized, this game's kind of weird.
Yeah, I came for Pokemon, not to kill my rival.
I came for Pokemon, not to drink bleach.
I'm not
Drink
even
it,
like,
little bitch!
I'm not even like, oh my god, this story's so bad. I'm just fascinated by what's going on. Like, oh, there's some ellipses, and now I'm in a tuxedo.
Tuxedo, man. And that's when I realized this was a hacked game. I mean, the guy bought the game new, and his immediate reaction is, "Oh, it's hacked." My
I'm
first
excited
reaction
to see what
is,
the hacker would do it.
I'm so excited. The game's I bet I bet you $20 the character's like gonna die at the end or something.
Okay, let's keep going.
I talked to her again, and this time selected yes. Let's go. On autopilot, Lucas and his mother walked out of their home. They lined up with several other people from Twin Leaf Town, including Dawn and Professor Rowan. Everyone was dressed in black. They all walked upwards until they crossed a route, standing in a row and staring at a gravestone next to the tall grass. I suddenly realized I couldn't move again. I tried walking back to Twin Leaf, but I couldn't. I also couldn't go to Lake Veridity or to tall grass. My mom would just say, "You have to pay your respects to Lucas. God." Oh, sorry. You have to pay respects, Lucas. I could just imagine, like, I'll go to the funeral and then immediately trying to walk away. And it's like, hey, dude, you came to the funeral, you dick. You don't just walk away.
Like you drop something, you try to pick it up, and you're like, hey, you have to pay respects, man. I just dropped my phone. God, pay respect.
The mom just starts beating on him.
The mom just starts screaming, respect!
Respect, bitch! I walked up to the gravestone, knowing who it was. Here lies Barry. Suddenly, my inventory opened, revealing only one item. A knife.
Oh,
I
God.
selected it. I selected it and use. Normally, a screen of a Pokemon appeared, but here, with just Lucas in a tuxedo, the first spot I realized I couldn't back out of, no matter how many times I pressed the B button. There's only one thing I could do. I pressed the A button. Or you could just not play. The screen cut to black again. And Lucas's mom reappeared on screen. Yeah, like, seriously, at this point, I just take the game back. Like, yo, my game's broken. Can I have a working one?
No, I would record it and post it on YouTube.
No,
but that never happens. That never happens in these worlds.
Never happens. Lucas' mom reappeared on screen. She was standing in her house wearing the same black clothing as before. Silently, she left home with the same group of people as before. Only Lucas was not by her side. I realized what this meant, and my eyes widened in horror. They walked up to Barry's gravestone. Only this time, there were 2 gravestones. The one to the left of Barry's. Lucas' mom walked up to the gravestone. Here lies Lucas! I knew it! Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're right. He died.
He died. Suddenly, the sound of a woman weeping began to play. It was a constant loop, and no matter what I did, I couldn't stop it. Eventually, I had to turn the game off, but I was a little sick for playing the game. You know, you're a smart cookie, man. I showed the game to the man who sold it to me at GameStop, and he told me that hacks were pretty valuable, especially a cool one like this. I gladly sold him the game for $75 and went on my way. I haven't played Pokemon since.
That last line pisses me off. Oh,
so
man,
Pokemon isn't for children because you happen to find a hacked bullshit cartridge that had suicide in it.
Yeah, you happen to find one hacked cartridge that you yourself said is pretty valuable, and that's supposed to convince us that it's not for kiddos, even though you yourself have stopped playing.
It's not for children, man. Trust me, I'm a child. I would know.
I died in the game. Or committed suicide, whatever happened. That story was fascinating. It was shit, and it was just fascinatingly bad.
It was a shit game, but I will give it this. Its terribleness made it hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.